Welcome to the show. This is a Jay and Cody Show with Jay, Cody, and Alex Jones. And let me tell you something, guys. I love dick. There's nothing more than I love than dick. That's about all I have. So anyway, let me ask you, Cody.
Yep.
Why the fuck don't we care about, and we talked about this off whatever record, however you want to say it, but why isn't this Russia being involved in our election more important? Like, isn't that a thing?
It should be.
The fact that it's not, or, well, that some people don't see it's a thing, really bothers me. And, like, let me just say this. There's certain people in some president-elect's cabinet that is also cool with fake news.
Yeah.
And posts a lot of fake news. What? Like, what kind of country are we turning into?
I don't know.
And I don't want to be that guy. You know, like, that guy from 4 years ago who's like, I want my country back.
Right, yeah.
But, seriously. Fake news is cool. We can say whatever we want. It's cool.
Well, but here's the thing.
Unless it's against Trump, then he'll sue you and you're fucked. Or Alex Jones.
Right.
I'll sue you, too.
Yeah.
And, you know, then we're like, just...
There's a difference between having someone in office like Obama that you just don't like, from obviously a Republican standpoint, because we both have hard-ons for Obama.
Right.
But there's a difference between having someone in there that you don't like and you don't agree with what they're doing, but there's a president-elect who is buddy-buddy with Russia. They were celebrating the night he got elected. They had a very heavy hand, according to the CIA and the FBI, in the election, and his cabinet's cool with fake news. There's a difference there between wanting your country back from someone that you just disagree with.
Yeah, there's a difference between, like, I'm not really cool with his policies.
Yeah.
I don't like this whole, national health care. I don't like all the BPA restrictions and all that.
Right.
Okay.
Sure.
Fine.
You're entitled to your opinion.
Totally against you, but whatever.
Right.
Like, that's your opinion, whatever. And I can even somewhat jump on the other side and understand some of where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But this is not... No, this is like dismantling America.
Well, fake news is what it got him in there in the first place.
And it's a global
much.
Propaganda. No, I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, and that's the other thing I've heard. I don't know if I was... Might have been Breitbart. One of those I was, like, paying attention to last night, and they were talking about that... Can you believe Democrats believe that fake news is what got Hillary... that lost the election for Hillary? Like...
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean... Yeah.
I don't get it. And everybody is like, no, don't worry about the fact that, Trump got in here, not only on fake news, but with Russia, the CIA, the FBI said it. But then, during the election, when the FBI said, no, we don't think anything's going on with Hillary, everybody's like, Hillary for jail, we need to crucify her. And... Yeah,
oh yeah, remember all the people she killed?
Yeah, right,
Because apparently she's an assassin.
Right, yeah.
Working with, what's his name from Assassin's Creed?
Ezio?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
They team up and they go after people.
And they were all up in arms about that, but when we're buddy-buddy with a...
Seem to be working with Russia.
Really bad nation to work with.
And I hate to be coming off this, because it sounds very much, like, in line with those conspiracy shows like Jesse Ventura and, and Alex Jones and,
But...
just on the other side of it, But there's...
You gotta wonder.
Yeah. There's information leading, like, hey, this could be a thing.
Right.
I mean, I don't know.
And, the difference between Hillary and Trump is Hillary was absolutely nothing but rumors. It all started on a rumor and fake news and suspicion. That's it.
You heard about the reason why the whole pizza?
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
Like, it was all because they kept referring to pizza.
Right.
Which, by the way, stupid code.
Yeah, right.
Like, dude, that's a fucking code we used for weed in college.
Right,
like, hey, dude, can you get me a pizza with extra mushrooms?
Right,
like,
yeah. No, and it never got past. There's nothing ever concrete about it. And
no, it's completely false.
The FBI would have said something. Hillary didn't pay them off, or whatever people want to think.
And by the way, who would refer to pizza as children?
Right, yeah. Also, I just want to throw out, now, where with Hillary it was just the FBI that was kind of... Now you've got two different districts working on this. The FBI and the CIA, which wasn't even involved in Hillary, so they're a whole new factor with Trump.
Agreed.
So, you've got two that are fairly certain.
If they're all the same, you know that, right?
Right. I know.
They're not, but...
They kind of are, though.
Not... I mean, they don't work together.
No, but they all kind of...
One would... President-elect says that they're all against him because they're on the other side. They don't fucking share a fucking party. I mean...
Right.
They work independently.
Right.
And if two of these groups find something interesting and odd, maybe we should look into it.
I mean, it's their job.
Yeah.
So...
You know, but fucking Comey, who's a dickbag, I feel, in a way. I mean, in a way, I don't know. In some ways, I'm like, guys, damned if he does, damned if he doesn't, kind of thing.
Right.
But, I mean, dude, we had to, like, stop the world because, there might be something in Anthony Weiner's emails. Mm-hmm. It really wasn't.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
But this, nah, it's not. Don't worry about it. I hope, like, from now until January 20th or whatever, Obama is doing nothing but pushing for this.
Oh, I know.
That would be so awesome.
Me too.
Like, he's, in so many ways, I love the guy, and I think he'll go down in years to come as one of the greatest presidents we've had in modern times. But sometimes he's too nice.
I agree.
Like, he wants to keep this dignified, idea of America. And he holds it, but it's like, sometimes, dude, you gotta get dirty with the people spreading the dirt. I mean, get down there, man.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
But there again, then it wouldn't be him. You know, so
Right.
I don't know which way to go on.
I know.
Speaking of ass bags, we talked about it last Saturday, I think. I don't know if I can know when we talked about it. But the fucking, that warehouse, the EDM party in California.
Yeah.
That went up. And we didn't even say any. I don't think we reported it, I believe, the morning or the day that it came out. Have you heard anything about that since it happened?
Not a lot. I heard the dude was a total douchebag.
Well, like, 36 people died? I believe
it was more than that.
36 to 40. I don't believe it was more than 40, but I don't know.
Okay.
And he throws these, like, massive parties every now and then. Mm-hmm. Moves his family out, because I guess that's where they live.
Right, yeah.
And there's, like, no fucking sprinkler system, no fire, nothing. Which is kind of weird, too. Like,
You don't care for your lawn?
Or your family?
Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah, I don't know. Because they lived there. And then he found out, like, after the fire, his first post was like, I lost all my artwork. Really, douche?
Damn.
There's people that lost their lives.
Yeah, well, they're just people. It's not art.
You think his art is more important?
You know what I bet?
Huh?
I bet they had information on Hillary, and she sent someone in there to start a fire.
Burn it. Her and Smokey the Bear.
Don't be surprised that these other people who were there that didn't die, they end up dying.
I wouldn't be surprised.
She's going to send someone after him.
And it's probably someone in line, too, who has the truth behind 9/11.
Bush did it. Yep.
I think so. I think that's where we're at.
What else could it be?
Right. No, but the guy, I saw him on fucking CNN, and he was like, it was, you almost felt bad for him in a way, but yet he wouldn't answer any questions.
Yeah.
They were like...
Was his name Tommy Loren by chance? She's pretty bad about that.
What do you mean?
Oh my god, did you see the interview with Trevor Noah?
No, I didn't.
She wouldn't answer any questions. Like, This is a little off topic, but I just want to bring it up since we're talking about it.
I haven't seen it yet. I've heard about it. I've heard she's a real bitch.
Oh, she is. You need to watch it because... And then she goes on her show about, I went to the Lions then. Bullshit. When I watched the interview...
With Trevor Noah?
This is what he said. This is what he said. He was like, okay, so you have a problem with people peacefully protesting, no hands up, don't shoot, don't kneel. What do you want them to do? And she wouldn't answer the question. She was like, well... Yeah. And it was funny because he brought up... Like, one of the first things he said, he was like, why are you always so angry? And he was like, for somebody who claims she's not a racist, you sure have to say you're not a racist a lot. No, you really need to watch it. It was so funny. And she claims like she went in there all big and bad and conquered the stage, but she didn't answer anything. I mean, literally, I can think of maybe one question that she actually answered.
Really?
She avoided the rest. And like she was like, oh, well, yeah, I got on there and I got booed and everything. And, well, maybe it's because you're a bitch.
Yeah,
I mean, no, it was awful to watch.
Kind of in the wrong.
I mean, it was satisfying because I hate her. She's cute. Don't get me wrong. I'd nail her, but I hate her.
It'd be like a hate fuck.
Right, exactly. Oh my god, she's so obnoxious. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
No, I think for me personally, like most of the, I think Megyn Kelly might actually be knowledgeable.
You think?
I do.
I don't.
She seems
I think
to have
she's
her,
another closeted racist.
well, she seems to have her own opinions about stuff, even if they go against what Fox
Right.
News is, which I respect.
Yeah.
But a lot of them, they're hot news people, women. I honestly think are like the like Erin Andrews and the CNN chicks or
Yeah.
ESPN chicks that don't fucking know shit about sports, but they're just reading it off.
They're just there for their looks.
Yeah, and they're just reading off a teleprompter, like.
Oh, I believe it.
Except for the one fucking crazy bitch from Clueless, the black chick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she really is a fucking
Yeah.
weirdo.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a lot of them are. Me personally.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Like the same chick that's like trying to tell you about Peyton Manning's stats or whatever. She had no fucking clue.
Right,
She didn't give
yeah.
a shit.
Right.
Neither do I. But yeah, I just thought that was weird that the guy, back to this real quick, the guy that was kind of responsible for this whole thing is denying that he's responsible for this fire.
Right.
And I guess I don't blame him.
I mean,
Like, what would you do?
it's hard to say you are responsible for it. It was an accident, but you also didn't really have any preventative measures.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, what would you do if this was you had a house party, you left.
Right,
And
which you wouldn't leave,
No, you wouldn't.
for starters.
Or someone just like, hey, can I rent your house out for a party? It catches fire. Like, everyone in there's dead. Like, how do you handle, like, what do you do?
I don't know. That's a tough call because on one hand, I don't feel responsible for it. I mean, maybe I'm responsible in an indirect manner because I let somebody use it. Maybe I just shouldn't have done that. But even if I had been there and it had been my party and all those people had died, it's kind of hard to say you're responsible for it because you didn't. It's not like you started it. It was an accident.
No.
But what are you going to do? You can't save everyone. Is he going to throw everyone on his back and dig them out of there?
I mean, he could have had a fire alarm
Right.
system and all that.
Right, yeah.
Like, that could have been helpful.
So in that sense, it's kind of responsible for it. But you can't really say that on air because then everybody will be like, oh, you're a douchebag who just doesn't want to own up and claim what you did wrong.
No, it's
Like,
true.
it sucks that the people died, but I don't fault them for it. I can't. And no, I just sorry, I had a little stutter moment there. It sucks because, what was it? We'll just say 35 people died.
Yeah, I mean,
average.
I feel like it's 36, but whatever.
Right, but around 30 and a half. And it's rough. You have technically blood on your hands. Well, burns on your hands, but
I know where you're going with this, but like, let's say your girlfriend was there, your fiance, whatever, and or your daughter, or your son, whatever. You would want some kind of restitution.
right, yeah.
What would you say?
Are you talking about as a victim of the?
Yeah, a victim or, a family member of a victim, whatever. What would you want to happen to him?
Death. I want him burned at the stake. Eye for an eye.
Eye for an eye.
No,
He's also a felon, by the way. I don't know if that changes
really?
anything for you. Some people
what
it
was
does.
he a felon for? What
I
did
don't
he do?
know. I don't know.
Because that could make a difference for
I
me.
honestly don't know.
Because if it was like murder
Well, I don't think it was murder.
or heroin,
Heroin?
yeah, why not?
What's wrong with heroin?
Everything. If you want to ruin your life, have you seen The Wire?
Yeah, and you know why The Wire exists?
Why?
Because of heroin.
Exactly.
No heroin, no wire.
Yeah. No heroin, no crazy drug problems.
No wire.
No. I know.
The Wire is worth it
You're right.
to keep heroin
You're
in
right.
people.
One
Yeah.
of the greatest shows ever.
Yeah, I'll take that and destroy our civilization and drugs.
Well,
any
meth.
day.
We'll go with meth.
Okay.
Argue though.
Valid point.
But
Well, actually, I will.
okay.
Breaking Bad. Yeah.
Yeah, you got me there.
Gotcha.
I can't say anything about that. That
But
is
no, I mean, what do you think should happen to him? If you were a
To-
judge,
to the guy who owned the house.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah.
Okay. I don't really know.
that's what makes this so hard. Is
Right.
Like,
Because I don't see it as his fault. Partially, I do. I think he should maybe pay a fine, like a
definitely.
large fine, because he
but
didn't
definitely
have.
because he told these people, hey, you can have this party here, and didn't tell them that nothing was up to code.
Oh,
No, of course he didn't.
yeah.
I mean, they probably didn't ask. Because I don't know. Do you ask that question?
I'm gonna say like
doubt
a
it.
couple years.
I don't know.
I would almost say because seeing that instance, like a couple years probably.
See,
Because then you're more responsible than I realized. So
part of me thinks maybe that's not enough.
like 5.
I'm thinking like 10, to be honest.
I mean, I could
10 to 20.
maybe get behind that because I didn't realize everything wasn't up to code.
Right. Well, yeah, in a building, you have to have a sprinkler system. You have to have a fire system.
Right.
The staircase was made out of wood pallets.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
That's how a lot of people burned to death, is they couldn't get down because
Right.
the staircase was on fire.
That sucks.
Yeah. And these
Yeah.
are, a bunch of kids who are like coming just to have a good time.
Yeah.
Listen
Get stoned and
music and dance. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure they thought, hey, everything's cool.
yeah. So then maybe I may agree with you more on like
This
10
guy's
years or so.
like making thousands of dollars off this.
Because like he didn't set the fire, but if it's not up to code, it's pretty responsible.
And what makes this even more like complex about the situation is that he is like he's already starting his defense with, but this is where I leave like me and my family sleep.
Yeah, but that's not good.
Yeah,
It doesn't make it any
ask
better.
Me, yeah.
That makes it worse.
If you ask me, yeah, it just means like no, you're just even more irresponsible. Like it's if you there again, bad enough that you're a parent who doesn't have a real job and you're just some artist living in this
Right.
space, which is already like get over yourself.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Your dreams are dead, motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's just more excuses from an entitled group of people.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Moving on to another fun criminal.
Me?
No.
Oh. But I can be fun.
Dylan Rufus is who I was gonna.
Rufus.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
The dude.
I pity the family with the name Rufus.
I pity that family.
Why?
You know who that guy is?
No.
Oh, see, he's
I don't think I've
he's one of your own.
one of my own.
Yeah, he's the one that shot up that black church.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't ever hear his name. That's my man.
One of your brothers. Huh?
Yeah.
I was reading in a. He's actually going to be facing sentencing.
Good.
And I read in the. I don't know. I think it was CNN. I'm not sure. But I had read that when they asked him about. This all started yesterday. They asked him if he did it. He said, yeah, and laughed.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He said the whites are the superior race. And he didn't want to do it, and he felt sad about it, but he had to do it.
What? Okay, that's such bullshit.
Right?
Is he a football fan?
I don't believe so. Why?
I'm just saying, you can't say whites are the superior race in
Oh.
football.
Or basketball.
Or any sport, really.
Yeah, except for hockey.
Because we suck. But
Yeah.
boy, people are not. Most of them aren't very athletic
Nah.
on a professional level.
No.
Really? That's fucked up. He
And-
felt like he had to do it.
Yeah.
Like it was his contribution to society.
And here's my thing. They are going to play the defense off. And it's the same defense as the one guy that shot up the pizzeria, and the same defense. Well, they're criminally insane. They got psychological problems. I don't give a shit. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. And in so many ways, it gives a pass to, like, the KKK, to fake news. To all, it gives them a pass to say, well, listen, you got to be crazy to go out there and actually do this stuff. Well, if you're feeding them full of this information,
right?
I mean,
maybe you made them crazy.
Yeah, or maybe you shouldn't be giving this information to people who are mentally unstable.
Right, yeah.
And unable to process what's satire, what's real, whatever. Does that make them fully responsible? Fuck no.
Well, and they're also the people who get on Facebook for their news.
Which is most Americans anymore.
Right, yeah.
But no, I not to take it further the other side, because, listen, I don't think, like, Alex Jones should be prosecuted for anything. Besides being a douche. But
right.
What's that? But if there was more, I don't know. For him, anyway, is one of those situations where I'm, like, all about the death penalty.
Damn. I could agree.
The dude was he's saying, yeah, I fucking did it.
Yeah.
He shot like 7 people.
That's definitely an instance where you can't really...
That's an eye for an eye situation.
It is.
Should kill him and 6 of his family members.
Did you hear, by the way, about that guy not too long ago who they tried to euthanize him? And
it took like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And he was like puking and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like they've had... I can't remember the name of the thing. It starts with an M. One of the components in it, but they've had problems with it before.
One of my dreams, his name was Cody Bogus.
That makes sense. But no, that'd be awful.
Oh, that would be horrible. Yeah.
Because you're.
I also want to know what he did though.
Well, yeah, but.
And then I read into like his whole story, and I guess he was robbing a convenience store.
Oh,
and
yeah,
he killed
the guy.
Yeah,
that's right.
I don't know, man. Like
I don't think that's worth the death penalty.
I kind of don't either. But yeah, on the other hand, if I'm that guy, or if I'm that guy's family, then yeah, I'm all about the death penalty.
Well, and it's kind of hard to say, like, this guy can go in there and shoot up a church, death penalty, but then when this guy kills a guy, not death penalty.
Right.
It's like, just because, I think it's probably because it was a black church compared to a convenience store owner. Yeah, you're just a convenience store owner.
Well, also the numbers.
Right, yeah.
7-1.
But at what point?
And then this guy, Rufus, said, I totally did it, and laughed about it.
Yeah.
This other guy, I heard, there was evidence saying that maybe he didn't do it.
Did they not have security feed?
Well, they did, but the guy was wearing a mask, and blah, blah, blah.
So, like, they maybe got the
so
wrong guy.
it could have been someone else. So, in that sense, I'm like, wow, shit, I don't, I would never run to be a judge.
No, definitely not.
Even
though I love Judge Judy.
I fucking hate that twat.
That's my woman.
Oh, she's so annoying.
She tells it like it is. She puts them in their place.
So does Trump. I hate people that tell it like it is.
I tell it like it is.
You tell them what it is, and then they're all butthurt by it. She's such a fucking pompous ass.
Talk about my woman like that.
Would you tongue punch her fart box?
Probably.
That old, nasty,
and
like,
wrinkles
drooping
yep.
hole.
Wrinkles and all.
Oh, can you
dig in there?
Can you imagine what that vag looks like?
No. I can't.
It probably looks like a 30-year-old ginger snap, Like an egg that's hanging on a stick that's been hanging outside for like 2 years.
Probably smells like it too.
I bet so. No, she's got to be clean. She's a rich woman. She's a well-to-do person.
That's true.
Of course, maybe she has that, like, her vag just stinks all the time.
Maybe she drinks a lot of Dr. Pepper.
She could. I do. My vag stinks.
Mine too.
I've wondered if you're a guy, if the Dr. Pepper makes your genitals stink. The same way it makes a vagina stink.
I've been told mine smells like stale olives.
Ew.
Kidding.
I've been told mine smells like piss.
It's usually when I'm pissing on
guy that doesn't get the point. No, I don't know. I'm probably not.
I'm thinking way too much into this.
Because I don't think a dick really has a scent. I've been told it does.
I mean, it does, I'm
But
sure.
if you wash it,
well, yeah, but I mean,
what's it gonna have besides soap? But I've been with like a couple women, like right after a bath, you can still smell pussy.
Well, yeah.
You don't smell soap, you smell pussy still.
But it's also just kind of the heat coming off of it.
Not to mention, the penis is just out there. It's like
It
nothing
is.
more than like a finger.
It is.
You
yeah,
know?
it is.
If there's some like odor secretion from that,
Yeah.
it's weird.
You probably need to bathe more often.
You got like Funyuns growing underneath your balls.
Oh, dessert. Put a little garlic on there.
Every time you get stoned, you just itch under your balls and take a bite.
That's so gross.
Fucking nut cheese all over your fucking
smegma.
Delicious.
Just some cottage cheese with my Funyuns.
I'm glad I'm not gay.
I know. It's disgusting. No, see, that's a visual. You ruined her for me.
That was my goal.
Now every time I watch the
Everything
show,
I
I'm just
could
going
do.
to see this gaping vagina.
This nasty, putrid, probably with like red hairs, but like they're going gray in the
Right.
middle. You know?
You know, I bet she has like a black butler that she screws on the side.
Yeah, probably
She
like an
seems
older
like the
guy.
kind, yeah. Oh, I wonder if it's her security guy that always presents the case to her.
Maybe.
You may rise, you may fuck
See,
up.
I envision it more of like Jeffrey from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like an older, proper Englishman. But like,
Who knows how to be a freak.
Right, but when it's time, he just
Right.
rips off his shirt and he's just ready to take her to Pound Town.
Gets the whip out.
And she's like hitting him with a gavel. You're guilty, you're guilty.
Wow, this got erotic really quick.
That's how it always goes.
Right.
Speaking of eroticism, how do you think football is going this year?
That is pretty erotic.
Yeah.
How it's gonna what?
I don't know. I was actually looking for a segue into that. But no, the Chiefs just won.
Yeah.
They're what, 10-3
Something like that.
or 10-2? I don't know. This is your division, not mine.
I think they may. No, they're more than they've got more losses than that.
3?
I think they're 8-5.
No, because the Broncos are like 8-4.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah. Let me check it out real quick. How about?
Although, how could they be 10-3?
They're 10-3, yeah, and the Raiders are 10-3
Yeah.
because the Broncos are 8-4.
How the fuck is that possible?
What do you mean?
13.
Well, we had
Just 12. Never mind.
yeah, we had a bye week.
So did they. I mean, everyone has.
Right.
But the reason they've got one more is because they played their game for
Oh,
this
yeah.
week. Yeah, I'd
That's
already
right.
figured that out. But
Yeah.
I feel like the Chiefs are one of those teams that I would never bet on.
Yeah.
Even though they keep winning. They
In
just
weird
keep,
ways, though.
Yeah, they just find ways to win, and it's like...
Oh, they played pretty well this last game. Although, like, nothing in the second half, I don't think. I could be wrong on that, but I don't feel like they scored any in the second half.
Really?
I think it was all in the first half.
No, they scored in the third quarter.
No, they didn't.
They didn't?
No, look. It was actually all in the second quarter.
It was all in the second quarter.
How about that?
But yeah, you show up for one quarter. I mean, you gotta blame the Raiders, ultimately.
Right, yeah.
And that's the way so many of the Chiefs' victories are, is like... The other team lost the game. It's pretty much how it goes down. It's just like when you guys played the Chiefs, the Broncos, sorry. When the Broncos played the Chiefs, they pretty much gave them the game. They hadn't kicked that 63.
Right, yeah.
You know, like...
And I'm not saying they couldn't have come back and kicked the field goal anyway, but we definitely gave it away with that.
Definitely.
We could have we at least had some chances to hold them if we'd have just punted it.
The game last week, where it was a 2-point conversion interception return, would have been tied up.
Yep.
Like, I can't back them.
Yeah.
And then looking at more numbers, another team that I can't back is Dallas.
You don't think?
I didn't know Dallas was like the worst team in the NFL in rushing.
surprises me.
I know.
Because he's like on his way to making a new record.
Yeah, I don't think he will, but
I don't think he will anymore.
there's always that for like a brief period. There's a running back. I think last year was Todd Gurley. It's like, oh, he's gonna do it. Now Todd Gurley sucks a dick.
Right.
I don't know what happened to the guy. Because he was amazing last year. He was still pretty small.
Yeah.
But I don't know why he's so bad this year. 'Cause he was so good last year.
Right.
It was like, oh my God, this is the guy. And he's having just a horrible, horrible sophomore year. But yeah, I wouldn't put too much. Part of it is because, like, I can see Dallas going to somewhere like Green Bay in the playoffs where it's cold and it's snowy.
Well,
And if you can't run the ball,
this next game against the Giants, I'm picking the Giants. They're the only team that's beaten the Cowboys so far. It's at Giant Stadium.
it'll be cold.
It will be
nasty.
Cold. But Giants, like you said yesterday, I think Giants are one of those teams that
Yeah, sometimes
they
they're just horrible.
suck
They just
for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
They just don't show up.
Against the Steelers.
Yeah.
They're fucking horrible.
Yeah. So I don't know.
And not to just shit on other people's teams. I think my own team, the Seahawks, I think they're
You guys could
dead.
be screwed.
I think we're
Not completely screwed, but on defense.
so, which is so much of the team.
Right.
And especially if Earl Thomas's injury is legit and he retires,
I'm sure it
that
will be.
really fucks everything up.
I'm sure he will.
I don't know about that. It's a 6-week injury.
Right.
It looked a lot worse that night, but it's coming out that, well, he might actually be back by, if they continue on, he might actually be back by the Super Bowl if they got that far.
Right. That'd be good for you.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I hope he doesn't.
I mean,
even if he's able to, I hope he doesn't.
Right.
Because he's 29, he's 28, I think, 29.
Don't push it.
Yeah, like,
And you don't want
if
him
we
to,
got that far already without him,
right.
we'll be all
well,
right.
and you don't want to risk re-injury, because then you'll really be screwed. And he is kind of getting to the age where a re-injury like that could screw him.
And that night, which he's never missed a game before, except for a game against Tampa,
You're right.
where they lost pretty poorly.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't there.
Right.
It was on 2 touchdown passes that just went over Sherman's head. And
Well, he wasn't back there to cover.
Yeah, he's always so used to having Earl Thomas back there to
Right.
cover, and he wasn't there. And that night, though, against Carolina, where Thomas and Chancellor collided,
Yeah.
they thought that it wasn't only just his shin, it was up here in his thigh.
Oh, really?
That was also broken.
But it's not?
But it's not, no.
Which
it's
one is
just
it?
the shin.
Oh. I tell you what, I really do...
And so, well, my point is that, like, that doesn't take as much away from the speed as they thought.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't... And, like, you and our buddy Evangelista was, like, educating me on the Gronk situation. I didn't know Gronk was, like,
Oh, yeah.
that close to being like, oh, he might be... He's
No, I gotta
probably
be
done.
honest. I wouldn't be surprised if this was it for him. It fucked him up. And he's a
But,
tough
like,
guy.
He's still young. Like, what's so bad about, like, what's gone on with him?
Well, he has had quite a few leg injuries.
Yeah, but, I mean, he doesn't now.
Well, with the... Actually, wasn't it Thomas who laid him out?
Yeah, Thomas popped his lung.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they aren't saying everything and that he actually has like a fractured rib or a broken rib. And that can really jack up with your back, too, with your muscles and everything. And then he got hit in the back. He's taking a beating. And it's the Madden curse. I'm telling you, it never fails.
So, when's Odell going to go down?
Next year.
And Sherman never went down.
Oh, that's true. Well, he got injured, though. Broke his arm.
Yeah, but he didn't. He's no quitter.
No, he's not.
He stayed
But
in.
and that's what I was gonna say was I really respect the Seattle defense because it's rare that you have. And I'm not gonna say the whole defense because like the line, they kind of do their own thing, but the secondary especially, where they're so in tune with each other. You really work great together. It's the whole Sherman Thomas thing that you were talking about. Sherman just he's back there. They know where each other are, where they are, whatever.
And that's part of my
And that's
reason
rare.
why I feel like they could be fucked because, I mean, yeah, the Legion of Boom is pretty much Sherman, Thomas, and Chancellor.
Yeah.
And 2 of those guys, the hit on Gronk for one. If you watch it, like how the fuck did they're going so fast?
Oh yeah.
But they know, like,
oh, they're incredible.
Thomas didn't even stop to question did Chancellor hit the ball. He knew he hit the ball.
Right.
And it was just like this perfect timing.
Yep.
The fact that they missed that timing.
Yeah.
And one of them got hurt makes me like really wonder, are they going to pull back? And they could now, because that could be in their head, like, fuck,
maybe
we might run into each other now.
I mean, I hope not, because here's the other way to look at it. They've gone so long. Accidents happen. They aren't going to nail it every single play. Accidents happen, so yet every single play, with the way that they play, they can run into each other and hurt each other, but it doesn't happen very often. So, you know what I mean? No. So I'm kind of hoping they realize that, like, well, it doesn't happen often, so we can still play like this. Maybe we just need to tweak it just a little bit. But you can, if they played this long without something like this happening,
you would hope that's the way they would look at it.
I hope.
I mean, I would granted, it's only two guys now. It's only Sherman and Chancellor.
Right. And I mean, I'm not a Seahawks fan. I like them. Don't get me wrong. They're a great team. I respect them. But I would hate to see the Legion of Boom kind of deteriorate from this 6-week injury, quite frankly.
Yeah, and I don't think
if it had ended Thomas's career,
I
could see that being a lot more psychological.
That night, that's the way it looked, and it was like.
But I'm kind of hoping now that it's coming out. It's only 6 weeks. Maybe I wouldn't play him for the rest of the year, regardless.
No,
whatever the situation. I don't care if they make it to the Super Bowl. I still wouldn't play him.
Which I question.
I don't think they will, to be honest.
It'll be really rough. They're gonna have to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Sherman's got to like.
Because even the offense hasn't been playing that great.
Well, I mean, they did last night. I mean, they did against Carolina.
Right, yeah. But overall, they haven't been playing like I expect them to, because they are a really well-rounded team.
They are. I mean,
they haven't been playing up to the standards that I expect from the Seahawks, and now with
Wilson was fucked up most of the year.
Right, yeah.
And now that he's back, that the line has had.
Right.
And that's the thing, like, the line played so bad against Tampa Bay, then they played so good against Carolina.
Well, and that's the thing.
And, like, part of me wanted that loss in Tampa Bay because it was like a wake-up call. Yeah.
Well, and that's you can have the best quarterback ever, but if your line sucks, you're not going to get anything done. You can't run it. You can't pass it. You're not. He's going to go down time after time, or he's going to have too much pressure to.
No.
That's going to call for interceptions, throwaways. I don't care how good your quarterback is. If your line isn't showing up, that's been the biggest problem with Denver, I feel like, on offense this year. One of them was that right tackle. He's every single play, Simeon's been under pressure. So
yeah, you can't do much with that.
No.
I think that's probably it for us today. But we will be back. Thanks a lot.